if you've ever considered getting a 3D printer, just a real cheap one, Ender 3 Pro, it's so useful. Go ahead and get one. I've got two small examples here that are going to save me lots of aggro. The first one is a GHD Kronos cable retention system, 4 prongs that are sprung in place and a bit tricky to get out. If you watched the previous video, you saw I had 4 flat blades stuck in there trying to lever it out. Just designed this in Fusion 360. It only took a couple of minutes. It couldn't have been an easier shape. And now I can just insert this and literally slide this out. Of course it's not going to work this time. There we go. And it's job done. So when we do eventually start to see these come in, we're not going to have to struggle too much at getting this retention ring off. But it's just silly little things like that that a 3D printer can really help with. And now I need something to get the bloody thing back together. There we go. Yeah, so back in, no problems. And let's try that again. Straight out this time, just got to get the angle right. So that's one thing, just for simple little tools like that that just can save so much time or make things easier, or enable you to do things without risk of damaging anything. And the other thing, I've had a need for some oddly shaped washers for quite some time, and I'll show you what we ended up with in the end. You can see those if that's in focus. So these are just washers printed in TPU. Colour doesn't matter, it's not seen. But I also needed that little tab that you can hopefully see on there, just a little tab. I did a version 1, tab was a fraction too far out. Version 2 knocked it in by 0.5 mil, and now these are perfect. And of course you can design one, put it on the build plate, and then use the copy command and print off 60 or 80 of these over a couple of hours on the Ender 3 Pro that I've got. So just an example of how useful a 3D printer can be. Sometimes even a really cheap one. I've got an Ender 3 Pro. It's very, very heavily modified, but yeah, you can easily print out little tools and things like this that you might need. Anyway, just a short one. Hope that was useful. Get a 3D printer.